How's it going? My name's John with Blackbird Productions, and today we're actually going to be trying out full self-driving on the new 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance. Whoa, we're going over this. I want to try this new vlogging format just for more chill videos, but today I'm actually taking you on a ride to one of my favorite breakfast spots. So without further ado, let's go and get some breakfast. All right, here we go. Full self-driving is activated and ready to go. Right now, it's gonna take a turn at this intersection, and there's some train tracks coming up here. So I'm interested to see if it'll go slow over the train tracks or just like dart right through them. If you don't know, this car has 20-inch rims, so anything that is like rough on the road, you'll feel it, especially if you're going fast over it. So that's why, like, with some of the cars I've owned, I've tried to like just take my time and just be ultra careful with bumps on the road, and that's definitely something that you have to do in this car. All right, we're on the move. Here we go. All right, so interesting. So it tried to get into this lane here, and whoa, we're going over this. Okay, so it, I mean, it kind of slowed down a little bit, but dang, this thing is like, I feel like this car is out for blood, man. It's like, so when it approached the train tracks, it actually just like darted right through them. But then like when you turn through this intersection, the lane actually, like you're supposed to stay in your lane, and so is the other person on the side of me here. You can't see them obviously, but there's another person on the side. There's another lane here. So what it tried to do was it tried to get into that lane, and then it was like, oh, there's a car there, so I'm gonna swerve back into this lane. So that was interesting. But we're here in front of another stoplight again, so we'll see what it does. All right, we're back on the move again. It's like, this is crazy just because it's like, this isn't like how I drive usually. Like, I drive super smooth. It's actually in chill mode, and basically like it's just like flooring it. it's having me like put like, okay, here we go. Okay, yeah, so basically it like floors it from a stop, and I'm not sure because I don't have it set to like assertive driving, so it's just like, all right, we're gonna go eat, baby. This is crazy. But it's getting the job done. It's just not driving as smooth as I thought it would, but overall, I mean, it's getting the job done. It keeps telling me to put like slight force on the steering wheel, so I'm just gonna like rest my hand on here real quick. Oh, there's a Ford Lightning over there. Oh, stop light here. Come to a stop, please. Okay, that was a better stop. It was much more gradual than the other one. All right, here we go. It just like puts you back in your seat every time you go from a stop, which is weird. I'm sure there's a way to like customize it, but I'm positive, I'm more than positive that this car isn't in assertive mode. It keeps telling me to put force on the wheel, and I'm just like if I put any more force, I'm just gonna turn into the other lane. But yeah, I mean, initial impressions, I think this needs work. There's a cop up here, so I'm gonna like put my camera down first for a second. All right. I wonder if I ever get pulled over, who would be at fault? Would it be the car or me? Because I mean, they can't like bust me for filming while I'm driving, but the car is driving itself. So I don't know. It's kind of a gray area, I feel like, but. Anyway, yeah, I think this definitely needs some work, at least like on this road, which this road, I feel like it's like a little bit, it's not like a country road, but it definitely isn't like a highway. I feel like full self-driving would come pretty clutch when it comes to just driving on highways, but this is just like a regular like street basically. So it's nothing like fully mapped out, I feel like. I don't know, maybe that's why it's just acting weird, because I have tried full self-driving before when I first got the car, because it came with that, I want to say it came with like 30 days of free self-driving. So I tried it out like one time, like on my way home, and it was like pretty cool. And it definitely wasn't as like jarring or jerky as it is here. I said, I think it just depends on like where you're using full self-driving, and that's why I say, like, you know, people like, they'll say, oh, it's like 8,000, I'll just like buy it outright instead of just doing the monthly subscription or whatever. I don't really think it's worth it, like not in the current state. It's like a cool novelty, but I don't think it's like, you know, something that you really need. But we're coming up on our turn here. Let's see what it does, because they actually just recently did some work on this intersection. It looks like it is going to turn. There's a little hump here. Please try to go slow through here. Thank you. That's like my biggest like thing, like when it comes to like potholes and stuff. Will it wait, where are you going? What? This isn't the parking lot. Okay, hold on, I'll have to take over here. So it turns out the car didn't quite know where the parking lot was here in this example. I'll give it a benefit of the doubt because it is a very odd parking lot, but I will say the building has been around there since like the 50s. So I think Tesla has had more than enough time to map out this area properly. But you'll see when I go out of this lot, there's actually a spot going into the parking lot from the main street, but it's on both sides. So it's just kind of weird. And on top of that, there wasn't really any spots available except for like one spot next to this big truck that I didn't want to park next to. So I ended up parking next to a church in a parking lot across the street parallel to the diner. So after I finished experiencing whatever that was, I actually enjoyed a nice breakfast at a place called Del Rock Diner here in Del Rock, technically Rowlett, Texas. So it's like right on 30, right next to Rockwall. So really nice diner. The pancakes were like mutant sized, and got some orange juice there, and I enjoyed a nice breakfast there. One of the main reasons I like this place is because they actually play a lot of oldies music and a lot of like cool music that I actually do enjoy. And the scenery in the inside is like very old school. Like it's almost like you're just stepping through time. I tried to get as much B-roll as I could without disturbing any of the patrons there. But overall, my experience was pretty nice. It wasn't too busy today either, surprisingly, but they did have a fair amount of people in there. And of course, I ended up getting the 3 stacks of pancakes, which, I mean, again, their pancakes are huge. I don't really think the camera does it justice, but they're huge. And I was pretty hungry that morning. So hungry, in fact, that I didn't actually end up finishing them all, just because I was just full like midway through. I ended up getting 3 full-size pancakes as well as some ham. So I had that, and I only finished 2 of the pancakes, and I got the rest to go. All right, so we're actually back in the Tesla, and I'm going to share my thoughts about FSD so far. I'll say I'll give it the benefit of the doubt because this isn't a, we'll just say this isn't a mainstream highway, so I feel like the mapping is kind of wonky as far as just like, you know, where the roads are or where they're supposed to be, especially since in this area there's been a lot of construction. So, but with that, I'll say it's a little bit too aggressive for me, at least on this road, because it's just like, you know, from a stop it just accelerates too quickly. And I don't know, I just wish the car adapted to my driving style. I think that would be pretty cool if they could do something like that, where it automatically learns from your driving style and drives just like you, which is, it's really scary to think about, but it would also be pretty cool, and I think it would solve a lot of those issues. So my verdict, I don't think full self-driving is worth it at this point in time. I think it's worth a try. And I don't know, maybe it just depends on where you live, like where your area is or where you frequently commute. I think it's very reliant on your location, especially if you're in California. I feel like if you're in California, given that most of Tesla's business is in California, I feel like a lot of those roads should be mapped out already. But I don't know, I just have like small little things as well that I was thinking about. Like, for example, potholes. It actually rolled into a pothole. Like, it wasn't really a big pothole, but it's just like stuff like that where I'm just like, that's something, as me as a driver, that's something that I would try to actively avoid, whereas the full self-driving doesn't account for that, at least from what I've seen so far. So that is the video. If you enjoyed this type of content and you enjoy this format, Like I said, it's a little bit different for me, but it's a little bit more of a raw, unfiltered format. And I definitely do enjoy doing videos like this. So if you enjoy this type of content, feel free to just leave a quick like, and also consider subscribing. I make 2 videos per week, and I also make car reviews. So definitely feel free to check out my other content. This has been John with Blackbird Productions, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.